Race number 9 on the program. Another good field coming up here, and this race over the distance of 1,600 metres with a scratching. So we're left with 10 runners. Pakistan Friend has come out. So race 9, number 9 is a scratching. Class 3, Master Delight goes to the 1,600 metres for the first time. He ran 7th in the Australian Guineas at his only try over the trip. Super 10 is a winner second up. The cheek piece is off, the blinkers go on. Entrusted comes back to the distance he went over at his first start this season. Perfect to great resuming. Lifeline Vision 1,400 up to 1,600 metres. Kazi Farazi, all wins have been at 1,400 for him. Pleasant Endeavour, first time past the 1,400 for him. And Beauty Spirit returns to the class that he has had the 25 starts for 2 wins back up into Class 3 following his previous start victory, Tom.
Good to slow the prediction here in race number 9. Super 10 now, he actually missed the start last start, which was a little bit uncharacteristic for him, but they've applied the blinkers and he steps up to the 1,600 metres. So on the provision that he jumps, he should be forward, I think, Super 10. Chevalier Prince, another one that can be handy. He hung out a bit in the straight last time out. Pleasant Endeavour, he's out of gate number 8, and then outside that you've got Kazi Farazi, perfect to great, and Trusted in Maldives, likely to get back. Maybe Maldives, maybe a couple of places further forward if he can slot in from 9 somewhere.
We start our replays with the toppy here, Paul. Master Delight, this is his second start, 4th. He debuted with a 3rd behind Packing Victory, beaten half a length, and runs 4th behind Golden Link here. Yeah, so a nice run. Both runs have been good. He drew 12 here, so he got a lot further back than he would probably will in this particular race because he's drawn nicely in barrier 4. But now he's 3rd up, I think he's ready to win, Master Delight. Yeah, he's got a lot of ability, obviously. He's actually put on a bit of weight since that last start effort here, 2 behind Golden Link, but he covered some ground there and he finished off particularly well, and there was nothing wrong with his trial. He looked good winning that trial, I thought. Barrier 12 that day, barrier 4 this week. Maldives last time, Tom, he took a little while to get clear. Having said that, probably still wouldn't have beaten Zhang Ying. No, he's flying at the moment, Zhang Yin, and this was here. Maldives had a good run, just was slightly held up until about the 300 metres when he was able to pierce through, but the winner was off and gone by then, and all he could do was chase. He stayed on well, 3 wins from his 15 starts. Paul, he's come back this season in what looks to be good order. Yeah, and he's got some tricks, this horse. I think they're trying to produce him as late as they can, because if he does get to the front, he sort of gawks around and tries to pull himself up, doesn't he? So what he has in the past, maybe he's over that now, he's a bit older. Pleasant Endeavour's a horse that you've had some time for in the past. What about the extra distance of this week's race? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem for him as well. Look, I've included him now. I thought both his runs this season have been good. By Reduced Choice, out of a Varmere, it should be fine. The 1,600 metres for him. So, look, I'm going to put him in. Pleasant Endeavour, he's 3rd up now and he should get himself into a nice enough position. Yeah, he's in. So too is the horse that is also in this race, Lifeline Vision. He sort of raced next to Pleasant Endeavour throughout, and I didn't think it was the worst of runs from him, sort of midfield, stayed on okay. Just the one placing next to his name that was in behind Team Power, but coming into this 3rd up, I thought he'd strip fitter with a good draw. He has tried the 1,650 at Happy Valley, Lifeline Vision, but he did win over the 1,600 at Caulfield prior to arriving, so the trip is good. Chevalier Prince doesn't win a whole lot. Tom has had a few issues along the way, but he's still a pretty consistent little horse. Yeah, he was pretty handy last time out. I think that's magnificent there in the front and California 10 out wide. Just watch him here over the final stage. Wanted to do a few things wrong, hung out a bit. You can see they kept the cheek pieces on. Yeah, just hung out there at about the 175. So he's obviously got a couple of tricks up his book, this horse, and the other one in this race, Paul, and Trusted, was making ground late. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? He hit the line quite nicely. Look, I've got Chevalier Prince on a minor line. I think 1,600 looks good. Beauty Spirit won in Class 4 last time. Is that where he's better suited at this stage of his career? Yeah, I think he is. Look, he did win nicely enough here over the course and distance. Beauty Spirit comes in with a lightish weight. But coming up here into Class 3, I've just questioned a little bit. But he has won a couple of times in the past. He has, and he's also placed. Course and distance reads okay for him. He sort of was midfield, had to cover a little bit of ground, but stayed on okay there over the latter stages, did Beauty Spirit. But just sort of being a 7-year-old now, I just think he's probably looking for something a little easier than what he strikes here. Matthew Chadwick rides him for Tony Cruz. Is it Master Delight's race to lose, Paul? Yeah, look, I've got him on top, Master Delight. I think both those 2 runs have been pretty good since he's been here in Hong Kong. So he goes on top, Maldives 2nd. I like the top 2 here. Pleasant Endeavour in for 3rd, and then Chevalier Prince. So 1, 2, 10 and 7.
Same top three, but where we differ is with fourth. I threw in number 6, Lifeline Vision, but Master Delight third up. Looks to be relatively progressive. Maldives, Pleasant Endeavour was a better run from him last start, and Lifeline Vision there from gate number 2. 1, 2, 10 and 6.
And the lead punters agree with the Marira size Master Delight favourite for race number 9 early in betting at 3.3.